back to our channel. I just came from, I think I remember telling you guys, oh, the police is behind me, Lord. I'm just playing. I think I told you guys yesterday that Josiah had some lab work to do. He's taking this new pill for his eczema, and they needed to do some lab work. So we just came from doing that. It looked like it is about to storm. I feel a little bit better. My nose is still clogged up. I did not get to wear my I didn't get to use my CPAP machine last night because I wasn't able to inhale or breathe, I should say, through my nose. It wasn't working out. And the whole point is to be able to breathe through my nose. So it wasn't working out. And I need to go to the store and get some distilled water. But yeah, anyway, so we're on our way. I'm about to get some Dunkin' Donuts for my mom. I don't know if I want Dunkin' Donuts or not. I know I want their coffee. Do I want their bagels and hash browns right now? I don't know. Anyway, and then I'm gonna drop Josiah off at school. And now I'm about to go in this bed, y'all, and watch my shows. I'm so excited. Like, listen, some people may not get it and some people may get it, but I am super geeked right now to go home and do nothing. I'm not recording. I'm not editing nothing. I'm about to get in this bed, y'all, and watch my shows and be a complete bum who ain't got no job. That is what I'm about to do, okay? And I'm super excited about it. I mean, I have a job, but, you know, I'm off. But, you know, people who don't have jobs, they just lay around, you know? Not everybody, I'm just saying, you know. But I've never been so excited to be a bum in my life. It's great.
You should be excited to.
Huh?
You should be excited to not be able to work and not be a bum. This week.
I'm sorry, what? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So I don't have anything planned for the agenda today. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do some cleaning. I think I told you guys as well, I'm going to be swapping out the summer clothes for the fall and winter clothes. I need to call my, what's their names? Orthodontist, because it's November, and I believe I told you guys this. The estimated date for me to get my braces off was October. Ma'am, it's November. Next thing you know, it's about to be December, and then it's about to be 2023. What are we doing here? Oh, it's a Big Lots over here. So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. And these things need to come off ASAP, okay? I'm sick of them. I feel like I can't speak. I feel like my words are slurred, and it's just, I can't eat the way I want to max my food the way I want to. I can't do it. And I'm sick of these, I'm so sick of these braces. I'm so sick of them. I want to throw them in the trash, okay? So I'm going to make that appointment to confirm, ma'am, I'm not walking into 2023 with these things on. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your recommendation is. I've had these things on for 2 years. These bad boys, I don't care if I have to break them off. I am not walking into 2023 with Nan brace on these teeth, okay? Let's wrap it up. I'm so sick of these damn things. Let's go to the good old Dunkin' Donuts. What does she want? Let me see. I forgot. Questions would you want? Okay, first of all, did she really give me napkins like this? What is this? What is this, ma'am? What is this? Let me pull over. Because I can't believe she really gave me some napkins like this. Like, ma'am, what am I supposed to be doing with that? Okay, all right, I need to sort this out. I can't believe she gave me napkins like that. Like, ma'am, what am I supposed to be balling it up and wiping my butt? Like, what are we doing with this? Anyway, I need to call my orthodontist. because I need to understand what we got going on here. Because these need, I don't even know if I have an appointment. That's also I need to call them, because I want to confirm if I have an appointment this month. I believe I did or do. I don't know. Let me call them. Hi, my name is Simone, and I wanted to confirm if I have, when is my next appointment?
Your next appointment is November 18th at 10.
Oh, I'm glad I did call. Okay, that's a Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you able to see within my chart, like, how much longer do I have for my braces, or, because I think the estimated was October, but they wanted to keep them on. So do you see in my chart?
Yeah, let me check real quick.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I don't see when they would be taking them off, since you already met your basically deadline that was supposed to be taken off.
Right.
So what I can do is I can talk to Dr. M on Monday.
Okay.
And see what she thinks. I would say probably by your next appointment, she would, if you want to just wait until then, or I can talk to her on Monday. And she would be able to tell you when she thinks
okay.
she would be able to remove them.
Yeah, if you can talk to her Monday and then let me know, because I'm just really anxious to get these things off. So yeah, if she can just kind of let me know when that'll be, and when does she think I'll be good to get them taken off, that'll be good.
Okay, I'll talk to her on Monday, and then I'll give you a call back, Ms. Simone, on Monday.
Okay, all right, so the 18th at 10 o'clock, my appointment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yours and Josiah.
Oh, Josiah's too? Okay, good. I'm glad I asked that. Okay. All right, good. And both of ours at 10, or is it like back to back?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'll give you a call back on Monday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I'm glad I called, because you heard that, Josiah? He too busy watching his game. I just got so much stuff going on. But okay, I'm glad that I called, because I didn't even realize him and I have an appointment on Friday for both of us. Okay, you know, this is and I've complained about this before on my on here. I feel like, you know, I feel like I take my son out of school, or he misses some of his schoolings because they don't have certain appointments. I know I went into depth about this before, but you know, in Illinois, we were able to do evening appointments for, you know, doctor visits, dentist visits, or whatever. We were able to do evening appointments when people were out of work, were off of work, and they also had Saturday appointments. They may not have been open all day Saturday, but they at least had like 8 to noon or something. And here in Texas, they don't have late appointments, and they don't have weekend appointments. Hell, they barely have Friday appointments. It's like these offices here in Texas, I don't think they really care to understand that there are a lot of people that work after 5 or are getting off at the same time that you're closing your office. So a lot of these parents have to take their kids out of school, and or they also have to miss work or do half a day, because we got to take our kids to these doctor's appointments. The only doctor, well, I should say, luckily my orthodontist is great, because number one, they get me in and out. I really like my orthodontist for me and my son. They get us in and out, okay, and they are open on Fridays, and so I book all of my appointments on Fridays because I'm off on Fridays. So I never have a problem with scheduling with them. My doctor's appointment, like my medical doctor's appointments, I do schedule on Fridays as well. The only thing with that is I would, you know, sometimes have to take my son out of school or have him miss, you know, a half a day or something like that, because, you know, he has school. But my dentist, it's rough getting in with them. They're not open on Fridays, and they're every day, Monday through Thursday. They're open different hours. Like one day they can be open from 7 to 3:30. Tuesday they can be open from 8 to 5. It's like real weird hours every single day that they're open. And so it's just like, it's hard. So I already had to have him miss a couple periods from school today because he had to do blood work today. I had to take him out of school early last Friday? Because I think it's the week before. He had his dermatology appointment, so I had to take him out of school. He had a 2 o'clock appointment, had to take him out of school for that. And then on the 18th, I'm gonna have to take him out of school, well, bring him to school later, because he has a dentist appointment. I mean, he has an orthodontist appointment. And so, you know, I don't like that. I don't like to feel like he's not missing school, you know, but I just don't like the fact that he has to miss certain periods because of this. And I'm sure I'm not the only mother or parent in Texas that, you know, feels this way. It's just, it sucks. Like, these offices need to be open a little later or have weekend appointments for the parents that work. Because it's not even just for the parents that work, but for the kids. Your only hours of operation is during work hours and during hours that kids are in school. Like, even if I was a stay-at-home mom, I still have to take my kid out of school. Or have him do a half a day. That starts to add up, because you know you got to stay in school for a certain period. Sir, back up. Scoot over. You all over here. Let me tell you something. These people with these trucks and stuff, they don't scare me, honey. I don't care nothing about your big Tonka truck. You will still get cursed out. Listen, so I just dropped my son off at school, right? Does anybody ever have those realizations that they are a mother? Hey, my son gets out the car and he's walking. He got, you know, his new Air Force Ones, right, on shoes, gym shoes. And he's walking like his feet hurt, you know. He's into this whole, I don't want to crease them. I guess it's a thing, you know, you can't crease your Jordans or your shoes or whatever, your Air Force Ones, whatever, right? So he walking like he don't want to crease them, or he walking like his feet hurt. And I'm like, why are you walking like your feet hurt? He was like, I'm not. So he just kept walking. I'm watching him walk into the school. And I'm like, that just really made me realize I'm a mother. You know how you say certain things and it reminds you of your mom and how they used to say things to you? And I was just like, I'm a mother. Look at me. I'm sitting here asking my child, why are you walking like that? Pull your pants up. You know, every now and then I do. Listen, I've been a mother for 14 years now, and I have 2 children. It still baffles me that I'm a mom. Not saying that I'm not capable, but like, I still remember when I was in high school and when I was just living my young life. And I'm a mom now. Like, me, I'm a mom. So my mother was like, yeah, you've been a mother for 14 years. I know, but maybe it still ain't kicked in. I don't know. Anyway. Watching my good old goat idol, Sarah Vargas, in my bed with my Dunkin' Donuts. Oh yeah, the life. Let me just make sure my food, I got all my food. Comment down below, do you hold up the drive-thru to look through your food, or do you pull over? Now, a person who worked at fast food for many years, I always was upset when the customer would stay in the drive-thru looking through their food. And I get it, you know, you either used to having your food wrong or whatever. I completely get it. But I was just like, listen, okay, we got people behind you, ma'am. Could you scoot up, please? I'd really appreciate it. Is it the chili sauce? Is this the... Well, she gave me everything. Okay. But yeah, I used to be like, okay, ma'am, I need you. What is this? I would say, ma'am, I need you to move out my drive-thru because we got people behind you, especially if it's super busy and you know it's busy. Come on, man, common courtesy. And I get it. You don't want to get out your car if something is wrong. You want to be able to say, excuse me. I get it. So I try not to stay in the drive-thru, but if it's a restaurant or a place or whatever that I know have messed up my order too many times, like the McDonald's by my house, yeah, I'm about to stay right here to make sure. They will be missing. You ask for your sauce. I can't stand if I got some nuggets or something and I ask you for some sauce and my sauce not there. I can't stand that. Ooh, I can't stand that. That'd be the best part. All right, so okay, so that's my food, Josiah's food, Amara food, my mother's food, my brother's food. We got our crab ragoons. Is this it? I believe this is it. Yeah, and then my spring rolls. Okay, all right, we're in business. I don't have to go off on nobody. I ordered some pandas. I haven't had pandas in a minute. So I don't know if I told you guys, but when I was in Illinois, when I was living back in Illinois, me and my son, I started what I call fast food Fridays, which is we would always have fast food on, Fridays, right? Self-explanatory. And so, you know, it would always, you know, give us excitement, you know what I'm saying, look forward to having, you know, fast food Friday. So I was doing it, you know, over there, and then, you know, carried it on over here. And so we tend to have more than fast food Fridays. We would have, like, you know, fast food Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know, because we don't really like to cook a lot at the house. We should, you know, to save money, but we don't. I don't know, it's just ever since we moved here to Texas, like my family and I, we just, maybe because it's a lot of restaurants by us, like it's literally up the street. Like there's an Arby's right here, there's Panda's, Burger King back here, McDonald's on that side, Popeye's Chicken, there's Sonic's. It's a lot of different kind of restaurants by our house. So it's just really easy to just run up the street and get something to eat, especially it's 5 of us in the house. So when we cook, we got to cook, okay? And sometimes, you know, and I know it's more, it's cost effective to cook, you know, rather than, ma'am, you could have made that. You could have left. Girl, what is you waiting on? Oh, these people don't know how to drive, girl. You could have got over there. Great. And then the police will want to be behind me again. Anyway, I know it's cost effective if we, it's more cost effective, meaning we would save money if we cooked at home and stuff. But you know, sometimes I just don't feel like it. You know, so you guys know I told you my son is going to be moving down there to Georgia with him, and you know, we have been getting along. For I want to say about a good year and a half, maybe. We've been getting along. You know, he's been, you know, getting things that Josiah has wanted, you know. So we have really been getting along. But I had called him, well, I texted him to call me about, you know, some things as far as child support. And we talked about, you know, taking him off of child support if my son goes down there to move with him. Because let me tell you something, not and I'm not saying every, I don't like to say baby mama, but you know, for the content of it, right? Not every, you know, baby mama is out here to get a father's child support as a means to hurting him and making him pay for what he did, and whether he hurt you or didn't want to be with. Like, every baby mama is not like that. If I didn't have to put my son's father on child support, I wouldn't have. I don't like the courts to be in my business. I don't like the courts to have to tell me how to raise my kid with you. I don't like to do any of that. But if push come to shove and I give you an opportunity to do the right thing and you don't, I'm going to take the measures to make sure I'm not doing this completely by myself, right? Although, yeah, I was for a very, very long time, up until recently, I was doing a lot of this by myself. And, you know, taking you to court was kind of, I was still doing it by myself because there were a lot of times and you know, a lot of moments where I wasn't receiving any funds, you know, but still, I was doing primarily the job of raising our child, right? And so for me, filing child support is a way to let you know, listen, you don't have to be here physically. You choose not to. That's your prerogative, and that's what you got to deal with God at the end of the day. But you gonna take some kind of ownership of this, whether you like to or not. And that's through court-ordered child support. We ain't got to like each other. I don't like you either, boo-boo. But you gonna be held accountable. I am a stickler for holding somebody accountable for their actions. And I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if we don't get along. You about to be held accountable for something. You're not gonna get away scot-free, boo-boo. Anyway, so that was my reasoning. And I say all that to say, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have done it, right? So me taking him off of child support is letting myself, of course, know that, listen, you wasn't in this for the money. You was in this to have help being taken care of, you know, having help to have your son being taken care of, you know, with you, you know what I'm saying, having the help financially. Hold on, y'all, my camera is leaning on the gangster lean, and I gotta go pick up my daughter. Hold on. Okay, so anyway, I am back in the car, and yeah, so what I was basically saying was, I do not want to be, you know, in the court systems and stuff like that if I don't have to, right? And so we talked about, you know, taking him off and things like that. So I called up to the office to see, like, you know, what steps I would have to take and things like that, and how long things would take or whatever. And so I also, because I was transferring my files from Illinois to Texas as well, that took a very long process. When I tell you a very long, I started the process when I first moved here, which was 2020 in July, okay? Yeah. And they just, when I say just, well, I found out that the files were transferred finally to Texas pretty much as of yesterday. I went on to the Texas website. I've been signed up for like a case of, you know, in Texas and stuff. But anyway, I've been signed up and got an account or whatever for Texas. And they never had the files. I was calling Illinois. They was like, oh, we don't have them. Like, they took the file from Illinois a long time ago. And it was kind of like floating in the air, because every time I call Illinois, like, oh, we don't have it anymore, we transferred it. I call Texas, oh, we don't have it. I call Georgia, oh, we don't have. Well, where's the file? Where's his information? I don't see nothing of his balance. You know, I don't see the court order online. Like, where is his stuff? So I just happened to check yesterday, and I'm like, let me just see if, you know, because I knew around this time I was supposed to be receiving more money. And so I'm like, well, I haven't received anything. Usually I would get an email. And so, you know, the funds were still being transferred from Illinois. Even though his file wasn't showing or anything, it was still being, the funds were still being transferred from Illinois. So I didn't get that email. So I'm like, what's going on? So I happened to go into the Texas website, Child Support Texas website. I see there's a payment that was sent, and then I'm going to get it transferred, deposited into my account, which I did today. I was like, oh. You done with your lollipop? Because you ate it. So anyway, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know, great. So they finally got it. Anyway, so girl, leave this window alone. So I called the lady and I asked her whatever. And so she was saying, first of all, he was behind. He was behind, okay? He was behind, okay? He was behind, all right? Yeah, he was behind. He was behind. We're talking, we just gonna say over 10,000. And so, yeah, I was, you know, asking her, you know, what are the steps I can take and things like that. And so I called him to let him know and to see, you know, if he wanted to, you know, start maybe making some additional payments or whatever, you know, before, because I told him this and I was 100% honest. I said, listen, if I take you off, you know, I don't want to, because my main question to the court when I called them was, if I take him off of child support, will I still get that previous balance that he owes, right? And so they told me, sir, can you go? They told me yes. They told me yes, you will still get, you know, the previous balance that he's owed, you know, of child support. I said, okay, great. And so when I started thinking about it, I'm like, okay, but that means I won't get the base pay, because there's a base amount and then there's an additional amount because you're behind. So, you know, until you catch up, you know, you're gonna have to pay that additional amount as well on top of the base pay. But the additional amount is really nothing. So if I take you off, the court order amount is way more than the additional amount. So I'm not really getting anything. And it's going to take you a very long time to pay that off, to pay that back, considering the balance that you owe. So I'm just like, it just wouldn't be fair, like that I wouldn't really get anything out of this. And I told him up front, I said, listen, you know, that's money that is owed to me, because that's money that, you know, you did not contribute to taking care of your child, and I flipped a lot of, you know, a lot of the responsibility financially. And he agreed. He agreed. But yeah, I was just like he, you know, we have, I don't want to say we both have grown, because I want to say that he definitely has grown a lot more mature over the years in understanding, you know, a lot of things and why things happen the way they happen, why I did certain things, why I made certain choices. He has been understanding of that, and he took ownership and understood, and I'm very proud and happy of that. I don't want to say that I've matured, because I don't feel like I was ever immature. I may have said things right in the heat of the moment, but I feel like my mental thought of how things should have went as far as us raising our kid has always been the same, which was, we need to take care of our kid together, regardless of what the situation was, what you're doing, or whatever the case may be. The common denominator and goal should have always been to raise our kid and do what we need to do. And that was my whole thing. I was never the type of baby mother, never ever, where I'm trying to hold this child support over your head and get as much as I can from you. I'm not that girl. And when I make this, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying that is a lot of other baby mamas' intent, but for me, child support is not a source of income. So it's not for me to make sure I get as much as I can out of you. That's not my source of income. I always, regardless of whether I got money or not for my children's fathers, my main priority always, which is why I hustle and I work so hard, because I've always took on the responsibility that at the end of the day, these are your kids, and it's clear that you are always left with the responsibility of taking care of your children. If you get help on the side from their fathers, great. If you don't, then it is what it is, but you still have to do what you need to do, because ultimately they're left your responsibility, right? So child support was never a thing where I'm finna get you for all you got and da-da-da-da-da. Now, if I would have got a higher amount, would I not be happy? Absolutely. Great. But that's not my source of income to where I need to make sure I'm getting as much as I can out of you. That's not my point. That's not my plan. And so I would have never went and took this route had I not to with any of my children's fathers, you know? So I was really pleasantly surprised and glad. We had like every time we do talk, if we do talk, we have like 2-hour, 3-hour conversations, and we had like a 2.5 hour conversation talking about everything. And the crazy thing is, when we get along, we talk like we friends. Like, we talked about some of everything, personal things, all of that. And I told him this too. It's like, when you are focused and you don't, you know, let your love life and whatever you choose to do get in the way, and you're really focused and you're being responsible, we get along. I'm like, keep that, you know, keep that momentum, please. And it seems like that for a lot of men, where in the beginning stages, whoever they was messing with or whatever they was financially going through, it didn't allow them to focus on their children, which is horrible. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta focus on both. My love life is shattered, okay? But I can't lose sight and focus of taking care of my children. And so it just seemed like that was the issue with him. And I told him all of this. I'm like, when you are not in a relationship and you actually are focusing on your responsibilities, we get along. And we have been getting along. And I'm so happy that we have been getting along. So, yeah. So, it's just, I'm hoping, you know, all of this stays and, you know, everything continues to work out. Our son is getting older. And even for me, like, our son, it's still something I have to get used to. You know, and when I say our son, in the context of sharing the responsibility, because I didn't have to share that with somebody for a long time. And so even that, for me, I'm going to have to start getting used to, you know, telling him certain things about him that I would have just, you know, kept to myself because you wasn't around, you know. It's still certain things I'm gonna have to work on, because now he's more involved, and that's something it's weird for me. I've always had to do everything by myself, so to share that, it's gonna be interesting, you know. But yeah, so anyway, that was that. Let me go ahead and get in the house, get to this food, and yeah, Mara, you ready to go eat? Good morning, guys. So it is the next day, and I think I want to end this vlog here, because I am going to do some organization. Excuse me for the lack of brightness, like the orange looking kind of look, I don't know, from this light here. But anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog. It's about 9:45 in the morning. I am going to do some organization in my closet. Oh my god, I need to plug this. And then I'm getting pimples and stuff, I don't know. Anyway, I just washed my face, moisturized my face, put some, it's so refreshing, right? When you wake up, you be feeling all real crusty and stuff, and you wake up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, moisturize your face, put some Vaseline or whatever to moisturize your lips. You know what I'm saying? I just feel real refreshed right now. You know, comb my hair a little bit, not too much, I just combed it up, right? You know, because it was like all over my head when I woke up. And then put a little scarf, my regular scarf. Anyway, that's not what this is about. I am going to be organizing my closet. It's atrocious, of course. And I'm going to be taking my summer clothes and switching them off and packing them away and pulling out my fall and winter clothes. So my closet looks a mess. So I'm going to start another video with that. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you go over to that video once you're done watching this one. I don't know if that video is going to be posted by the time you guys see this one. Probably not. Maybe a couple days later. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to end this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing nothing. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you turn on your notification bell to be notified every time that I post a video. And yeah, hope you guys like me and my family. Oh, and we do have an Instagram. down below. We've always had Instagram. It's at the Greenwich Family. So make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.